Hey, what's going on, guys? You know what it is. Return of the Mac back to the channel. We're here again, even though the meta's still somewhat stinky. You know it's me. I've been gone for a minute. I mean, yeah, dude, Yellow been ain't in the game. I got things going on. Nothing too crazy. I couldn't have been on here. You know what it is. Things just be happening. Yellow's back on the menu. Let's get into it. Today we got some yellow jewelry Bonney in for the gameplay. Came out in OP14 5 life leader. Whenever you play a trigger body, you get to give 2 rested dawn to your leader characters, basically the yellow Zoro. The games, I will say, are going to be a little different compared to this exact list. Only 2 different cards. I got these Usopp swapped out with Blaze Slice, and these Kikus swapped out with Basil Hawkins. I'm thinking I might like these 2 better, but the rest of the deck is the exact same. You got your 1-cost Layla Searcher, searches for any card in the deck. We're running the Thriller Bark package with the Kamasis, Absaloms, Sindri, Perona, MVP, Hogback, and we got Gecko. None of it's type locked, so kind of just fits in where yellow fits in, just like it always has. We got some Bages for 2Ks with the Kumasi, Frankie, just a bunch of yellow good stuff, really. The Jewelry Bonney 3-cost MVP, you'll be seeing that a lot in these games. At least, you know, that's my jury on it. As much as I like the Robins, didn't find too much time to play the Robins or the S-Snakes, but yeah, we'll see in the games. Another MVP, the 9-cost Jewelry Bonney. Really need to upgrade the alts in this. Looking kind of sussy. Yeah, let's get into the games. Let's see what we got lined up. We got Ace, Doflamingo, and Boa Hancock. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so for today's first scripted game, we got Red Blue Ace. I guess I say scripted because I didn't record this raw. Or I didn't do this whole video raw. So anyways, they take first, they take the play. Start off with the Ezo little search to get the noogies. That's good for them. We get 2 done, nothing to do, so we're just gonna pass it. Right, okay. I guess I'm a little slow. I wonder if I should be doing the VV thing and running this on like 2K speeds for these kinds of videos. So we take the life though, it's a Beige, does us nothing. We play out the Bonney, and we dawn up everything, swing 7. That's one of the nice things that I've been noticing about at least this deck. It really gets to abuse that 3-cost Bonney that's kind of been like more or less a mid card the entire time that it's been out. But there's a lot of value to it, at least I feel like in this deck, because you're forcing cards one way or the other to gain an advantage somewhere. Let's see. I got a whole lot of options, so it looks like I'm just gonna play the Absalom, put 1 Dawn onto the 3-cost Bonney. And another thing that I almost never really do, I never really swing with that 3-cost Bonney, because it turns it always into like a pressuring statement of like, you need to give me some cards out of hand or else I'll get a little bit of advantage. But you know, Ace don't care. Long hair don't care, you know how it is. So we get another Beige trigger, that's right. Yeah, top 2 life Beiges, you love seeing that. This time I think we do need to get out of it, if I remember right. Yeah, we got out of it, so there we go. Still no Peronas in the trash at this point. So what, I think I'm at like 8 Dawn, is that what it said? I think I'll probably just end up playing out like the Moria. That's probably just the best play that I got, right? And I think I dawn up on leader because it'd be silly just trying to swing the 6. Okay, down up on him. That's fine too. We do got the Piranha in trash, so I'm gonna set up for that for sure. Set up for that at a 2K. You always go that. Just a little flexible in my mind, at least. And so that's right. There is one thing that always, you know, it's like the Marvel what ifs, right? Because I think this turn, he does a misplay where he swings with leader first, and then I get to stun the Yamato for free. So who knows how it could have gone had he remembered that and swung different order. Yeah, and then he swings the Marco. 7, it's another tough one. We'll take it for the Bonney. And then yeah, I stopped hard to read this because it only works if I have 1 life, not if there are 1 life. But that's okay, because 2 Bonnies is great for us. But another non-counter is not great for us. Not very cash money. So it looks like I'm going to load up just 1 on the 3 cost so I can put the 2 free on lead. And then we're going to burn their life, so we get to cheese the 3 cost Bonney. Yeah, get rid of the non-counter. And now there's not a chance in hell that we can close, right? So we got to start burning at least as many cards in hand as we can. So that's good, right? 3 cards from hand. We do love seeing that. And then there's no point swinging the 9 cost Bonney that we did just play because, you know, they could just block it with the noogies for free. Alright, we got 7 coming in. This is one that I do need to get out of because, you know, there's Yamato Ace, a new gate, even potentially a Garp coming in. I can get out of this one. It sucks losing 2, but, you know, you got to do it. Okay, they'll come in 9 for lead. And I'm looking around right now, and I'm just gonna take this 1 counter out of the Yamato because it's smaller. That's what I was peeping for. Then we'll trigger the Lilith, swap that 1K for a 2K. It's a risky move, but there's not too much non-counter in the deck. You just gotta pray it's not all gunked up together. And then we will 4K counter out of this swing to stop him from swinging the 12K I cannot get out of. I might have been able to, I don't know, I wasn't really thinking too much at the time. Could have baited him into swinging the 12K, right? But yeah, who knows. So this right here, it's kind of like a, you know, make or break for it. Trying to figure out the exact numbers. It's not playing that 9 cost is throwing the game right there. So we just got to start really burning. I was trying to count around. I was thinking about going like, you know, solid 7s and then 12s with the Bonney and the Moria. And the play was similar to that. I can't remember if I swing 10 or 12. I do something with the Moria first. I think I swing 12 to really, it's to force something. Yep, always make sure you know what you're clicking on. The sim is an unforgiving bitch if you accidentally misclick. Okay, they dump 4 more cards. See, that's what we need at this point. That's what I was looking for to be able to close it out. And so now we're just gonna start poking these 7s. really force the rest of the cards out of hand and all the blockers that there are. And so right here, I was thinking, you know, I was like, you know, pretty cooked, more or less. Realistically, like, I was overplaying it in my head because I could have thrown literally 1 Dawn on leader and 3 Dawn on Bonney. But instead, I did this ass backwards play. Just swung in for the 6 with 1 Dawn on Bonney. And then, yep, fucking played another card just to put even less power on the 3-cost Bonney, swing with the 9-cost, win. GG's to my opponent, that was cool. Yeah, on to the next one. Look at us, we're here with Dofi right now. Oh, that's right. This game and the next game were a game with my buddy. I did get the W for this Dofi, and then I did lose in the next game. But let's go over it and see kind of how they were going. Spoilers, I guess. So we started off with the Lilith Search. You know, tried and true, right? We'll grab the S Snake because I got a Prona in hand that I can already just, you know, dump out. We will play out another search, and let's grab the Moria. Probably would have been better to get like a 2K or something in hand, but I don't know, man. This with yellow and the way that you can set up life and yada yada yada, and then, you know, the new stun Prona junk. It's almost like you can go a little greedier on your searches for like the opening hand. You know, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, but you know, man, I'm just a brother who lets greed consume me at the end of the day. Alright, so let's see here. We got 2 sugars on the board. That's good for us because we got 2 Liliths, and that means I can still just, you know, poke face. But I do need that 3-cost Bonney. I do need one of them. So he swings 5 at me. I think I just take. Oh yeah, see, there we go, got it. A smarter man though, fellas, hear me out. Would have just 1K to Perona. You need to get that thing in trash as quickly as you can. But we got a 3-cost Bonney that works out for us. And then I goofed right here, you're right. I was just gassing myself up just so I could drop the ball, man. But yeah, big fan of the card draw. That's one of Yellow's biggest downfalls. That's why like Yellow Blue Boa and Yellow Blue Nami work out so well. Amongst their kits being like tailored very well for them. On top of it, their leader abilities are very strong, and they do kind of like fix a lot of the inherent downfalls that Yellow has. Very nice. I'm just a D1 hater because they just ain't my big characters. You'll probably catch me playing them from time to time. So I got, what? 6 Dawn in a Dream. So we just played the Perona. And then I think we go, what? 1 Dawn on Bonney, and I think we're just going to swing 8 with lead if I'm being honest. Really force some card draw. I really meant it earlier, guys. Like, I really don't be swinging with the Bonney. That's a utility piece. Unless I got 2 of them, maybe. I think right here is when we were just debating about, like, you know, do you just always swing? Is it ever worth it to just not swing because you know they're gonna pop their body, ramp, blah blah blah. But yeah, I think you just always swing. I think at the end of the day, you just always swing, man. You gotta force something. This is making me feel like I should have played it on 2 times speed. If it does hit another like super long part, maybe we'll do that. do swing with the Bonney because I think I could save it here. Because he's going to try and play something big or play something meaty. If he plays something meaty size, I can't save it, right? But this, I could just 2K out. Which we do, and there comes the Doflamingo. Play out the Virgo, key cards, ace players. And then I think right now I'm trying to figure out about life setup or just board setup, which I think I'd just do board to try and stun that Virgo. Yeah, you definitely want to stun that Virgo if you can. If you're unaware, that Virgo, he's a 5 cost 7k body where on attack he gets to minus 2k something. So yeah, I would really like that not to be there as best as I can. And then the Perona is always a free swing on a 5k leader because, I mean, if they KO it, I get to stun something. If they did it, if they swung incorrectly, or yeah, just free little chip swing, or they're just not going to attack it. It's like the thing about yellow, right? Just a bunch of nuisance cards. You find what works together. I think right now he's deciding his play setup because it's kind of like counter out of these couple swings. Because he does know that, like, I'll try to hold the Bonney up if I can. And there he uses leader ability, and that's good. Yeah, especially if I've telegraphed it for, like, what, this turn 5? Like 3-4 turns in a row. That I'm not going to swing with the Bonney. He drops another Doflamingo with the sugar. One Dawn up. It'll be funny in this game too, because I think I might make another mistake because I'm trying to remember the slow beams in the meta now. So there's a good chance that I do get caught lacking by that. Okay, he's swung with the Monet. We'll freeze the Virgo. Got 5 coming to lead. I think I'm gonna take it. Or actually, I might counter out of this because there's what, a 9k coming in next that I can't stop. What do I do? Do I send? I gotta send that Perona, right? Or do I do this? It should be the Perona, yeah. Then we got 9. Kept it for counter, or the thought of fucking playing it like 3 turns from now, since we both got a healthy life. A smart man would jam the Bonney, which I think I do. A smart man would also put 1 Dawn on 3 cost Bonney, which I'm unsure if I do. Alright, past me. What am I thinking? What are we thinking here? I think I'm trying to figure out how to poke the bear. He's got low cards in hand, so it looks like I'm switching to board. Isn't a bad idea, right? If I'm lucky, he leader abilities and swaps targets. If I'm not lucky, he So what do I do now? There's no way I play that. Okay. Niners. No. Yeah. Yeah, this was, God, Stutter City. This was a little bit ago where we were kind of figuring out that, like, the way Yellow Bonney and 9-cost Bonney work with leader ability and 3-cost Bonney is the trigger order is, which I didn't do, so I could swing. Yeah, see, I effed it all up right there. Not a smart man. But yeah, essentially it's like if you're at 9 Dawn, you play out 9-cost Bonney. Leader ability happens, you trigger that, put 2 Dawn onto 3-cost Bonney. And then your 9-cost Bonney forces them to take a life. You get to cheat 3-cost Bonney's ability. And then, you know, you do whatever you had planned after that. So we're swinging 7 on 6. It feels silly because, you know, kind of like mine, all of his stuff wants KOs, but I need some form of tempo back in my favor. And he plays that out. I don't know, looks like I do go a face. I didn't know if I was going to hit the Dofi again. I probably go a face just because he already used leader ability. Then we'll trash the Absalom. Swing 5 on 5. Yeah, that Bonney has done his job now. It's time to start fighting. You can only sit on the sidelines for so long. And that is another reason why I've also had a lot of the games that I've been testing. I won't swing that Bonney for quite some time, just because as you can see in the last few games and in the next one, even when I lose, like in the Battle of Trades, that Bonney's nice to kind of like help you keep up with advantage, especially with like Boa Hancock's advantage. You almost need that. Alright, what do we got going on here? Alright, we're gonna swing 7 on 5. 7 coming at me. I think I counter out of this for sure, right? You know, it's unfortunate because then it means the possibility of swinging it board because I have just given up counter. Little to his knowledge, I'm bricked up. So we'll see what happens from here. I think I'm just trying to figure out, essentially, because, right, like, in a natural game, it's like 4 cards in hand, 3 cards in life, and it's yellow. It's hard to think that it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go close the game right now. He might try to do that, he might try to set up, but I'm trying to figure out next turn about just surviving to be able to get that 9-cost Bonney out there. And then, yep, let the 3-cost go. No worries about that. Then we got 2 swings left, 2 life left. Yeah, see, man, I understand the purpose of Blaze Slice, but I myself just personally never find a moment to play it, so I think that's why I cut it out. Because, yeah, instead of Blaze Slice, I'd rather have like a 2k Usopp that can make me a 7k for a whole rotation. So here I swung with a 10 first because there's 3 Dawn up. I did remember about Noro Noro Beam Sword this time. For those who aren't aware, yeah, rest 2 Dawn, Dawn -1. Up to one of your leader characters gains plus 2,000 power during the battle, then you can rest up to one of your opponent's characters. So it's solid. He's gonna make me swing into the baby. Which is good, right? I mean, he got leader ability out of the way at least, so now that's essentially a non-worry for me. And yeah, that was a nasty combo. Yeah, so what he did right there was not only did he slow beam, but he combined that with leader ability at the same time to pretty much just like null 2 attacks. 2 10k swings essentially. So now I'm sitting here, cheeks in the air, figuring out what to do. What do we do? Do I Gecko or do I Bonney? Okay, so we play the Gekomori out, and we're gonna throw the Kumasi to the top life. So that way we got the choice of a 2k or a Perona, depends on however he swings. And then right here, I think this is, we'll figure out, because right here I'm trying to figure out whether to leave one open for Blaze Slice or not. Or Flame Split, whatever the sim wants to call it. I think the real name is Blaze Slice, but anyways. Yeah, I say screw it, and I just swing 9 into the Virgo, get rid of that, and we kind of just stone up for a turn. Alright, checking the trash. What do we got going on here? I am thinking, because that is one of the things, right? What do I got? Yeah, he don't know it. But I have a fair chance of countering out of any one of his 3 swings. And there it is right there. Well, yeah, I guess half my hand's braked. It doesn't look that way from his end probably, but we give it the 1k, and then we're gonna, at the very least take the 2 9s. Yep, another 9. I think I do get out of this one. And then the 3 cost Delphi. That does make it a KO with the 8 drop. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you can only freeze 7 or less, KO an 8. Yeah. So I think, yeah, here we just gotta run for it essentially. We just gotta try and punch it. Looks like that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the 9-cost Bonney, force him to take 1 life, and that gives us, that puts him at 2 life, and we got 3 10k swings. Goodness gracious, I'd be clicking on too much crap. Come on, me, just play the Bonney. You already know what's happening. And then we're gonna load up on 8 or leader, and I'm pretty sure we swing 8 with lead. It's kind of see what it is, see what's all in there. And then, yeah, we just start swinging in for game. And then he might have it. Oh, no. Yep, GG's to my boy. Alright, so here we go. We got Bo Hancock in the Jewelry Bonney matchup. Not a fan of that opening hand, so we're going to mulligan. Am a fan of this opening hand, though, because we got a Lilith Surge to play. We got a Bonney. We got a Gecko off the Surge. That's not too bad. No Piranhas, though, so we'll, you know, make lemonade. It'd be what it be. Pass the turn over. I know they got the 1-drop blockers in some lists, but I'm not really sure what Boa has for a 2-Dawn turn 1 play. So then we pop off, we draw the card, right? I draw the card. Me. Alright, man. There we go. Yeah, these last couple games we were kind of just like testing out, so there wasn't really like a pressure on the timer or anything. So if something was just popping off in the background, we were kind of just taking care of it. So, you know, that being said, maybe I will just throw this on like 2 times speed for the end of the video. So we're on 2 times speed now, so we play out the Bonney, load up and swing 5. And then this has always just been a nice way, because it's always just pressuring the cards, like I was saying, but we get some advantage. Let's see, what do we have? We don't really have anything counterless to trash, so we'll trash an S-Snake. And then I apologize if I don't really narrate the Boa's cards too well. I don't know I'm the greatest off the top yet. I know they're all almost like 3 or 4 cost, 5k body, trigger bodies, mixed in with the old like 7 Warlords package. Another GOAT is the Gorgon Sisters. You don't want to see that card. You do see it, you want to get rid of it ASAP. They'll swing 5 at me. We'll pull a 9-cost Bonney, and we're going to take that. Silly doing it that way, right? Not getting rid of a 1k, getting rid of a 2k instead, but it kind of sets up a Gecko play for in the future. And then we'll get that Piranha, we'll play it out, freeze their Margarine, down up on body, and force some cards out of hand. Let's see, we both have a good bit of cards in hand, and this is what I was saying earlier about like, about that 3-cost Bonney being nice in these blue matchups, because it does kind of keep your hand on par with your opponents as long as they don't bounce it. That's really it. They'll Dawn 1, swing 6 at lead. Looks like I'll 2k out of it because I did not expect them to swing with their blocker, but if you got 2, you might as well, right? So we got 7. what do I do here? Let's see, it's looking like I could play the S-Snake. That wouldn't be the worst maneuver. I'll put the Absalom to top life. 2 down on Perona with leader ability, 1 down on Bonney. Naturally, we'll swing 5 with lead. Try to poke some cards out of hand or get the free block, which we do, I think. I looked away from the screen for a second. Yeah, there it is. Reading the chat logs. 7 on lead, which I'm sure they take, right? It's 7. Yeah, and then that'll get us to draw 2, trash 1. And then they'll potentially get a body, or they'll at least get cards in hand. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, Boa Hancock and Blue Yellow Nami, they're 2 very good decks. Very, very good. Especially since we get the promo in the pre-release for 14 coming out. The movie promo or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, so they get the Kikunojo. That's not that great for us. Okay, they swing with Margarine. Good old Marge from The Simpsons. Okay, put 1, swing 7 with... Okay, that's fine for us. We'll let the Perona go because we still have Absalom in life, and then we can just kind of negate one of their blocker swings. Which I'm sure, you know, if they were going to swing with one, they were going to swing with one like that, so... Leave 1 up anyways. Right here, I think I do take, just because I don't got no 2Ks, and yada yada yada. Yeah, just click anybody. And then we'll take this one also, if I remember right. Trigger out the Hogback, play another Piranha. Sorry, I wasn't narrating. They'll play out Akuma to pass their turn, heal 1 life. We'll play the 9-cost Bonney to force them to take that life. We'll draw 2, trash 1. What am I looking at? Yeah, see, if I was smarter, I would have gotten rid of probably that Gecko Moria, honestly. That 9-cost Bonney's probably our game closer in this match as well. And so then right here, I think we're just going to start swinging 5, 5, 7. And I think we are going to try and swing that Bonney if we can this time. Just because why not at this point? We need everything to go as low as we can. So they take their last life, they're doing their leader ability and their trigger abilities, drawing, cycling, kind of, you know, sculpting the hand. We'll pass it back over to them and see if we can beat it or not. He'll swing the 7 with the Kuma. I'm trying to figure out which, you know, this is the one to get out of, right? Because if I don't, then it really just like cucks me from here on out. And that is also another thing about the run of the 3-cost Bonney. Dude, I'm just glazing the shit out of that single card just because of how much it draws you cards. It just puts the narrative in your opponent's head that, like, your hand is just as full of as many 2Ks as their hand is. And so, yeah, we start countering out. We do get the S-Snake trigger and we cancel the Marge attack, but you know, there's nothing we can do against a 12K on leader. So yeah, those are some great games with some randoms and my opponents, or my buddies actually. Yeah, Yellow Bonney, man, OP14. It's been fun. It's a good time. Catch you guys on the next one if I start making more again. Peace.